My name is Paul Pollock. I'm a FedEx Ground contractor based out of the state of Montana. I have two locations, one in Kalispell, one in Billings. I'm right around 37 employees currently, running 42 different trucks. Should be at 50 employees by Thanksgiving. So I've been involved with FedEx for a total of 10 years now, bouncing between, I used to be a station manager, then I became a driver, and then I finally bought my routes a couple of years ago. Our routes are pretty much snow driven, as the state of Montana, you would think so. My Kalispell unit operates almost exclusively mountainous stuff, very little flat ground, hills, mountains, just passes, deer, bears, everything else you can possibly ask for. And my Billings routes down here, they actually are more flatland, more drifty snow, totally different set of problems between Kalispell and Billings. It's quite interesting. The unique challenges of this is the expected delivery is, you gotta get there. So we have four-wheel drives as a must. We have some two-wheel drives as well, but we try and stay with the four-wheel drives, and that's where we really started to look into these new units that we have now. Is they slide into a pickup truck, a 3/4 ton 4x4 pickup truck, and they're just a totally autonomous delivery, almost like a shell, and they're transferable. Truck breaks down or wears out, you can take it out, put it in a different one, and keep on going. That's advantage number one. Advantage number two is I used to run, but I still do, a fleet of Chevrolet all-wheel drive express vans. And those are, while they're great vehicles, they get where you want to go, they are very expensive. Per mile cost mechanically is really high. Versus running a 3/4 ton. A 3/4 ton truck, your front end parts are going to last longer. They'll use a little bit more fuel, but mechanically they're more sound. They seem to last a lot longer, and they are way cheaper to run per mile, even when you consider the fuel difference. How I came across SpaceKap was I was trying to find a solution similar to what FedEx Express and UPS use, which is the pickup truck with a metal service body on it for delivering packages. And those were a very expensive option. And so we did an internet search. I did, trying to find something similar, something that would go into or on top of a 3/4 ton type of pickup truck that keeps the size down, the length, and also has a high volume capacity. So we were replacing express vans, which only hold about 185 cubic feet worth. And we came across SpaceKap on the internet, and they hold around 370 cubic feet. If you're putting parcels in it, it's really only going to get about 330, because it's 370 if you fill it with water. But that is, a vast increase over our previous express van cargo capacity, and that's why we started investing in SpaceKaps. It started with, I believe it was 2 on the first order, and then we tried those out and really liked them, and we've just been buying them and replacing our express vans with them ever since. And they're the better for a four-wheel drive to get around, and they're shorter than a Mercedes Sprinter and a all-wheel drive Transit. Those are also very long, and they're hard to get around. These remain short. I have both the 8-foot model and one of the 6-foot models. The 6-foot model obviously fits in a short box truck, gets around, it's even shorter, gets around a little bit better if you're in tight areas and stuff like that. But I really enjoy the 8-foot model the most. That is my favorite. We've had fantastic luck with their servicing. We had an issue where we had to order a new handle, and they overnighted it to us immediately. I think we had it the next day. We've never really lost any service at all. And when you look at them, you can tell they're not made to fall apart. They're made to stay and just do the work for you all the time. Where SpaceKap was able to take an idea we had for shelves and a safer way to enter the unit, we sent that up, and their engineering department came up with a pole on the right-hand side of the unit, which is the larger of the operating doors, so you don't even have to open both doors, and you're able to safely remain at 3 points of contact all the way in and out. They implemented a different design of Ranger shelves than I've seen. They were able to mount in there in such a way that they're just not going to go anywhere. We've been using those shelved units now for, I think, 90 days, full-time on rough dirt roads. That's my Billings routes they might be flat, but they are washboarded and potholed the whole way. And they have not had a single shelf come loose, wiggle, break, nothing. There is big problems, as most FedEx contractors will know, with shelving units that are aftermarket or not, like a P1000 or a Freightliner, Utilimaster type body style, where those are integrated into the side. When they're added, when the body shifts on rougher roads, the shelves generally will come loose from the top. I've had numerous problems with it, and these ones have no issues at all. So after ordering these units, I think everybody will be surprised on how quickly they arrive. My units arrived in 5 weeks. It was like they were located here, and they were making them from scratch. 5 weeks delivered. Installation, anybody with a forklift can put them in, and it only takes, trying to think, a couple of hours, I think, is what my install rate is. And I know the install charge for me has been about $400 each unit, done, anchored down and finished and ready to go. And it's a heck of a lot better than you're going to get anywhere else.